Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. And the Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Mississippi State's offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Mississippi State going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense, way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A lot of urgency for this offense. To the air, it's Willihan. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. To the ground with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired.
Just plowing down the field. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. On target. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's got his man. Touchdown, Canes! What a grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Off play action on 1st down. Makes a connection. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Line getting set on 2nd down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They move the tight end all over. The play-action fake. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback moving. That's caught. It's Delgado. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Got his man in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. He now has 53 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Past the 30. Open runway ahead. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Mississippi State right back to the line. Back to pass, it's Willihan. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They keep attacking through the air, looking to scramble. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Getting some heat. He'll get rid of it. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll line up for a second down play. Using the quick game. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A full dive to haul that one in.
Wow, that is a sensational catch. And I tell you, you make catches like that deep down the field for your quarterback, he is going to go back to you again and again and again. That was a highlight play.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Miami! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Mississippi State, 21.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Scanning the field, it's Willihan. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late? Ball in the air, intercepted! Touchdown, Hurricanes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Keeps the legs moving. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick strike complete.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. To the air, it's Willingham. Buys a little time with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job.
Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Delgado. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That completion delivers a first down. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. New Mexico State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Las Cruces for some time. They're up by 17 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Sharp. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
52, Mississippi State, 32.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Miami, 52, Mississippi State, 32.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Right back to the well. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Spins away from the defender. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Mississippi State, 32.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
The return
And the
is
coverage team able to make the tackle.
and the Mississippi State
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go.
And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. They'll run it. Oh, big juke to get past. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the punishment has been extended.
Game one, you want to come out, big drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Mississippi State, 32.
On the run from inside his own 5.
The return
And the returner will be dragged down.
and the Mississippi State offense will take over.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over.
And the pass hits, picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
A loss of 12 on the play. Now, 4th down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Miami.
And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week.